Hello guys, welcome back again to another tutorial. My name is Dorothy. In today's video I'm going to show you how to draft and cut this beautiful stylish off-shoulder dress with a bow. If this is something you are interested in, make sure you watch this video to the end so you don't miss out on any information or detail. And if you are coming across this channel for the first time, do well by giving this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Now let's get started with the video. These are the fabric that I'll be using for this tutorial. With me here I have this beautiful red crepe fabric and it's 1.5 yard. I'll be using this for the bodice of the dress, and also I have this white chiffon fabric that I'll be using for the collar and it's just 1/2 yard. Now I'll be taking this fabric off camera to cut out the portion that I'll be using to draft the front piece. So guys, I've already cut out the portion that I'll be needing for the front piece, and as you can see, this fabric is already folded into two. Now the measurement that I use in cutting out this piece is the biggest body measurement. Now for my gown, the biggest body measurement here is my hip. The hip measurement I'm working with is 40 divided by 4. I had 10 inches. So I basically folded my fabric into two and I went on to mark out the 10 inches. Then I added 1 inch extra allowance. After that, I went on to mark the length of the dress that I am working with. Now the length of the dress that I'm working with is 44 inches. Then I added extra 1 inch for hemming. Okay, so these are the measurements that I marked before I cut it out from the bigger fabric. Now the first thing I'm going to do is to simply roll an horizontal line at this top edge here, and this line is going to serve as our starting line. So go ahead and do the same thing, roll an horizontal line that is going to serve as the starting line. After that, I will just use my office pin to pin down the edges so that it doesn't move while we are drafting. This part is completely optional. If you have a fabric that moves, go ahead and pin it down. Now let's mark all our vertical measurements. Since we are working with an off-shoulder dress, I will minus 5 inches from the taper. So this 5 inch you are taking away, you are just going to place it on the starting line like this. Then you will go on to mark all the vertical points. So from the shoulder to my upper chest line or armhole line is usually 8 inches. I mark that. Then from the shoulder to the bust point is 10 inches for me. I mark that. From the shoulder to the waistline for me is 16 inches. I mark that as well. Then from the shoulder to the hip line is 23 inches. I mark that. Now the length of the dress that I'm working on is 41 inches. Then I added 1 extra inch for hemming allowance. After marking all these vertical points, I will use my ruler to connect the points horizontally like this. So go ahead and mark all your vertical points. After that, connect the points into an horizontal line just the way you see me doing. So here on the starting line, or let's call it the chest line, you are simply going to measure your round chest measurement. Whatever you have, you are going to divide it by 4 and mark it. So when I measured mine, I had 34 inches. So I divided the 34 inches by 4. I had 8.5. So I marked the 8.5 here on the chest line. Here on the armhole line, you are simply going to divide your round bust measurement by 4 and mark it. Now the round bust measurement that I am working with is 36. 36 divided by 4 is 9. So I mark 9 inches here on the armhole line. Then I added 1 extra inch for sewing allowance. Now to create the armhole curve, you are simply going to use your curve ruler to connect this point on the armhole line to the chest line like this. But if you don't have a curve ruler, you can actually do this with your free hand. So just connect the point on your armhole line to your chest line. Now any measurement we mark here on the armhole line, we are going to mark the same thing here on the bust point. So there is no need for us to mark our bust measurement again because basically they are the same thing. So here on the waistline, you will simply mark quarter of your waist circumference measurement. So my waist measurement is 30 divided by 4 is 7.5. then I add extra 1 inch for sewing allowance. Then here on the hip line, you are going to do the same thing. You'll simply mark quarter of your hip circumference measurement. Now my hip is 40 divided by 4 is 10. Then I added 1 extra inch for sewing allowance. When I'm making a corporate dress like this one, I don't like adding so many sewing allowance, but if you like allowance, you can go ahead to add 2 inches sewing allowance. Then here on the length of the dress, I'm going to minus 1 inch from quarter of my hip circumference measurement. Quarter of my hip circumference measurement is 10 minus 1.5 is 8.5. So I marked the 8.5 here on the length, then I added 1 extra inch for sewing allowance. Now I'm going to use my curve ruler to connect all of these points together to form the body shape. We are done drafting the front piece, so now let's cut this out. Our front piece is now ready. We are going to keep this aside for now while we fold another piece of fabric that we'll be using to draft the back piece. So guys, I've already folded another piece of fabric that I will be using for the back piece, and as you can see, this fabric is already folded into 2. Now I'm going to use my office pin to hold down the edges so that when we are drafting on it, it will not shift or move. So go ahead and do the same thing. Fold your fabric into 2 just the way I did. Now the first thing you're going to do is to mark your zipper allowance at the center back here. For me, I'm working with a zipper allowance of 1.5 inch. So I'll mark this from top to bottom. After that, I'm just going to use my ruler to connect all the points on a straight line. After creating the zipper allowance, I'm also going to roll an horizontal line here, and this horizontal line is going to serve as the starting line. Now you are going to place the front piece on the back piece like this. Make sure the front piece is sitting before the zipper allowance, then go ahead and arrange all the edges so that everything is equal. That is between the front piece and the back piece. After that, the next thing is we are going to highlight the waistline on the back piece like this. So go ahead and do the same thing. This is going to help us to reduce the zipper bulge later. Now you're just going to use the scissors to cut out every other part except the zipper allowance. So after cutting out every other thing, the next thing we're going to be working on is to reduce the zipper bulge. Now the zipper measurement that I want to work with is 1 inch. So from the top right here, I will mark 1 inch as the zipper allowance. Then to reduce the zipper bulge here on the waistline, I will come in by 1 inch. And after coming in by 1 inch on the waistline, the next is to mark the remaining 1 inch sewing allowance on the lower part of the back piece. Now I'm going to use my ruler to connect from this point to the waistline, then to this point right here. This way we have successfully eliminated any form of zipper bulge. After this, I'm just going to use my scissors and cut this out, and that's pretty much about it. Our front and back piece are now ready, so I'm just going to keep this aside while we work on the collar. I have this white chiffon fabric that I'll be using to draft the collar. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to fold this piece into 2 like this. So go ahead and do the same thing. The fabric that you intend to use to create the collar, fold it into 2 just the way you see me doing. The width of this fold is 8 inches, which is very much okay. Why for the length, just go ahead and measure your round shoulder measurement. Now when I measured my round shoulder measurement, I had 44 inches. Then I added extra 1 inch for sewing allowance. So go ahead and measure your round shoulder measurement as the length of your collar. After that, use a ruler to connect the point like this, then cut it out. Now the next thing you're going to do is to mark the midpoint of the space. What we are having here is 45 inches. Divide this 45 inches by 2, we have 22.5. So I'm just going to mark 22.5, which is the midpoint. After that, use a ruler to connect the point horizontally like this. On this midline here, I'm just going to mark the width, and the width I am working with is 8 inches. So go ahead and mark your width. You can do 7 inches depending depending on how wide you want it. Then on this top here, I'll be working with 6 inches. You can do 5, it's still very much okay. Now you're just going to use your ruler to connect the 2 points together like this. Now on this down edge, I'm going to mark the same 6 inches. I'm sorry my camera didn't capture this very well. I didn't even know. So just go ahead and mark your desired length on this down part. After that, you are just going to use your ruler to connect from this midpoint to the down part like this. Now let's cut this out, and that's basically it with our collar. So what I'm going to do next is to iron paper gum on it to give the fabric some strength. But if you're working with a more thicker fabric, there is no need for you to iron gum stay or paper gum on it. Now we're going to keep this aside while we work on the bow tie. I have the space that I'll be using to create the bow, and as you can see, I've already ironed my paper gum or my gum stay on it. The length of this piece is 26 inches while the width is 15 inches. Now what you're going to do, you're just going to fold this into 2 like this. Take this over to your sewing machine and you're going to block all the edges just the way you see me directing, okay? But you're just going to leave some openings somewhere here so that you can turn this over to the right face when you are done stitching. Now let's work on the rope. Here is the pieces that I will be using for the rope. The length of this piece is 48 inches. You can do more if you want a really long rope, okay? I don't want mine that long, so I'll be working with 48 inches. Now to get the width of the rope, what I'm going to do now is to simply fold this into 4. So I first of all fold it into 2 like this, then I fold it again into another 2. So go ahead and fold your piece the same way I just showed you. The width of the rope that I'm working with is 2.5 inches. I mark that, then I use my free hand to just connect it from this point to this edge like this. After that, I will just cut this out. I like my rope to have a slanted edge, so I'm just going to use my chalk to create a slant line like this. This is totally optional. If you like your rope to have a block edge, you can leave it like this, but if you like slanted edge too, just go ahead and mark a slant line like this. After that, you cut it out. So this is what my rope actually looks like. We are basically done with the drafting of this dress. I don't want this video to be too long, so in my next video we will be joining all these pieces together to create the dress. So if you find this video really helpful, do well by giving this video a thumbs up, like, comment. If you have any question, any suggestion, let me know in the comment section. And if you have not subscribed to the channel yet, do well to subscribe. Turn on your bell notification to get notified when I drop the new video. For now, bye. I'll see you all in my next video.